Welcome back to our TV studio live from Interpack. The sun is shining here in Düsseldorf, and we've already had some inspiring and interesting talks about packaging and the industry. And right now we are here with another woman in packaging. I'm joined by Nadia Taylor, co-founder and director at TNA Solutions. Nadia, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure, Julia. It's lovely being here with you.
Great. It's been 6 years since your last Interpack, I'm guessing. How does it feel to be back?
That's right. It feels fantastic, really. It's been so long to catch up with customers and friends. It's great to be here.
Are you noticing any differences from the last Interpack?
The difference is getting bigger and a lot more visitors, and it's a great show.
Yeah. It's very international. I've heard that on the weekends especially a lot of international visitors come. So that's where this English program also fits in.
Yes.
So let's start off with you as a person and your company. Can you tell us a bit more about you and your way into packaging?
Yes, sure. So I started my career at a snack food company back in Australia. And this is where I actually met my husband, who's a professional engineer. We worked together for a number of years, and then we decided to start our own company. He didn't really want to start, so after lots of pushing and shoving, he agreed with me, and we started as consulting engineers.
Great, so you were the driving force. Very important.
I must admit I was.
Yes, and that's so nice. Obviously, you are going to be speaking at the program point Women in Packaging tomorrow.
Yes.
And that's also something we want to focus on today because you are a woman in packaging, and like you've just said yourself, a very forward-going woman, very strong woman. Can you tell us a bit maybe about how it felt? Were there any challenges during your career as a woman in packaging?
Well, look, I've been one of these lucky women, and I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's because I understand, we do business all over the world and trying to understand the different cultures. So at first getting into, like, say, the Middle East, I was a little bit concerned, and I'm talking 35 years ago. But I think being able to understand the culture and respect the culture, even if you don't agree with it, and act professional has not really been a big issue for me. Yeah.
Interesting. Did you have any role models along your way, other women in the packaging industry, or maybe also men from which you learned?
Yeah, well, really women. Indra Nooyi she was the president of PepsiCo International. She really impressed me, her career background, what she achieved for the company, yes.
Has the industry changed for women? Are there any changes that you have noticed over the last few years?
I can see a lot more women getting into the industry, which is great, and TNA always welcome women. We welcome women really from day one. When we started the company 41 years ago, we tried so hard employing women, and we've always employed them as equal to men, whether it's salaries or positions, as long as they could do the job, we welcome.
Great. So you're already a company, welcoming women, like you just said.
Yes.
I heard that you also have your own foundation. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, we do have our own foundation. My husband and I is passionate, so is the rest of the team at TNA. And our very first project started in South Africa when we were there on business. We saw children being educated in rusty old shipping containers, and we decided to build our first school over there. And since then, we really believe education. We focus on education and kids, because education is the way out of poverty. And that's what we do now, build schools, feed kids, clothe kids, healthcare. There's so many projects around the world, yes.
So a bit similar to how you're approaching women in TNA as your company,
yes.
Very welcoming and giving chances.
Sure.
Why is it so important to promote women in the packaging industry?
Well, I think women come from a different background. I don't know than men. They're more nurturing. Their ideas are at times unique. They've got a lot to offer.
Can you go into more detail? Do you have some examples maybe of what women brought to your work or company?
I'm trying to think right now. Not really. It doesn't come to mind. Yeah.
Okay, but I guess we've all, I mean, as women, we notice these small parts where sometimes it's hard to, or harder to compete with men. But I
Yes.
think platforms like these, like interpack,
Yes.
are always a great chance to highlight changes that are happening and also
Yes.
promote chances. So let me know, what role does interpack and maybe also the talk that you are part of tomorrow play
Yes.
for you, your company?
I feel very honored and privileged being able to talk tomorrow, at the Women for Packaging. And I think it's a great platform to inspire other women to hear the stories and learn perhaps from our mistakes and to be encouraged to follow their dream, follow the heart, work hard and succeed.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific story that you are going to tell tomorrow that you can already highlight
No.
for us? No? Okay. That's all good.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is already the third day of Interpack.
Yes.
Have you already seen any trends that look very interesting in the packaging industry?
Yeah, to be honest, I have not had a chance to walk the show because we have been really busy, like the quality of visitors, and it's just been amazing. So I have not had a chance. I'm hoping to do that tomorrow.
But then you must have done a lot of networking already and come together with all the visitors and the
Yes,
international community.
great networking, and again, great to see more women coming in as engineers and procurement, and
Great.
it's really good.
What aspects of the packaging industry do move your company at the moment? I mean, we do live in very dynamic times. We have some crises which are going on. Sustainability is a very important theme. Are those also themes that, that your company is involved with?
Yes, DNA is working, on sustainability, and it's a big part of our company. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Coming back to your foundation, maybe for a
Yes.
minute. Over the last, how long have you had
Over 20 years.
Okay, 20 years.
We never really publicized it in the past. It's
Okay.
only recently, yeah.
Oh, well, then this is your moment to
It is,
kind of
that's
get
right.
into it for a
Yeah.
bit more. Can you tell us about some very special moments that you've had with your foundation?
Yes, actually visiting developing countries, seeing the poverty, that really touches my heart. So we really go look for the poorest of the poor kids to help. And the saddest stories was finding a child tied to a tree, left to die because that child had cerebral palsy, and they're so poor they can't feed their own normal kids.
Oh, wow.
And that breaks my heart. But again, I'm happy that we're able to put them in our home and give them a wheelchair, food, and education, and that brings a lot of joy. So I'll work harder to be able to help more kids.
Sounds like you're doing a very big, important job for these children.
Thank you,
and
Julia.
giving them chances for their future.
Yes.
If we're looking into the future, maybe also for the packaging industry and women, do you have like a vision or a wish for what could change or should change in the future?
Yeah, I'd like to be able to see progress in about 10 years. Maybe I'm asking too much, but where it's balanced, it's 50% women, 50% men. That would be fantastic.
I mean, that's quite something to work for.
It is, that's right. It is, yeah.
Do you have one tip that you would give women to succeed in the packaging industry and build a career?
Yes, or what I can say is persevere, be resilient, don't listen to anybody that is negative or says things like you'll never succeed. Just work hard and you will get there. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Pleasure,
Nadia.
Julia.
I wish you like the best with your foundation and
Thank
some
you.
great days and talks here at Interpack. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Pleasure. Thanks very much.